Hi, you're very welcome. This is Claire Boyce back here with a weekly reading for all earth signs this time. As I promised a good friend, I would start with her, as she's Virgo. So yeah, we're still in lockdown. A lot of us have either been tested or are waiting for results, and it does take a while for the results back. And so it can be an extremely scary time for a lot of people. However, I have noticed that at least we have this little bit of time to look at ourselves, don't we? We're starting to delve deeper, and people who were never into this type of spirituality, angels or even praying, are suddenly looking to their spiritual side, and I think that's amazing, and I think that's important, that there's this huge global awakening happening. Going to start off a little bit different this week, as anything goes, with the tarot cards. And see what you get. Okay, so yeah. Obviously I can't advise you about what to do, but this is kind of the collective energy. This is, you got 5 of Swords, so you're spending a lot of time thinking about people who have wronged you in the past. You see the swords represent the mind and head games being played, and unfortunately we all tend to, especially spiritual people or like-minded people, we tend to attract people who need fixing, and we go full charge ahead. And if you're watching this, and you are, then you're going to be spiritual, you're going to be empathic. We go full steam ahead to look after others, to mind them, to take care of them. And in the end, we're the ones that need fixing. You've got the Moon card there, so there's a big issue around trust with you right now. Because we're spending so much time on our own, we're starting to realise who's good to be around, who's not good to be around. I know we can't really be around anyone right now, but you know, you can talk to people, video call them. And it's really how we feel about, other people's energies, what we pick up from other people. And of course, anyone who's empathic or oversensitive or spiritual in any way, then you're going to be very, sensitive to the global energies, the collective energies. And the collective energies are one of fear right now with an awful lot of people. So you need to conserve your energy for yourself and for your families and for your loved ones. So taking on other people's energies right now is not a good idea. But remember, when you're sitting there, you can procrastinate, unfortunately, earth signs. But when you sit there and you know that something is going to annoy you, if you're going to start thinking about somebody in particular who has hurt you in the past, be it friends, family, lover, this is going to drag you down. So don't go there. It's important now than ever to keep the minds calm. Take up meditation. Take up yoga. I know a few people are doing Tai Chi. Do whatever it is to keep your spirits up. And yet there's no point looking back. There's no point looking back at these people who have deceived you in the past. So your heads are kind of really racing now. This is what I'm feeling. And collectively, this is not good. It's not good for right now. And moving. A lot of us want to move, but I'm talking about the future. This is a future moving to do with work, to do with houses, to do with, and things will happen. I know it feels right now that we're going to be stuck here forever. We're never going to move. I was going to move before this happened. And everything was, going well for me to move. And then suddenly this happened and we're stuck. But I do know that will happen again. It'll happen, once this is over. So it's all very much about calming the mind and keeping negative thoughts away. Now, earth signs, you are brilliant at kind of, burying your head in the sand normally when you're not supposed to, but I do see things changing. Things are not happening as fast as you would like them to happen. That's what I'm trying to say. But of course, we all know that the whole world is on standstill, but I mean in your world. Perhaps you've applied for a job and it hasn't come yet. Well, obviously, with this happening, a lot of things won't come yet. But things will move in their own time. The whole world is at a standstill right now. But remember, use this time to keep your mind quiet. Now I'm going to have a look at the angel cards as well. And for those of you who are going to get tested, and I put myself in the same category, or those of you who, you know, are waiting for the results, don't spend your time focusing on the test, you know, the COVID-19 test, because we can actually drive ourselves insane there. Keep yourself completely and utterly grounded. Archangel Zadkiel, one of the spiritual angels here, and he's just kind of saying, you know, it's time now to tap into your spiritual side, what we've done, and then reach out to other people, you know, with all the skills that you have learned. And if you're watching me, then no doubt you've been into Reiki meditation, you know, spiritual practices for a long time. So maybe teach them to other people. Reach out to those, you know, that you know who need a bit of guidance, need a bit of spirituality. Now is the time that people might not call you insane when you start talking about this stuff. As many times in the past we have been called lunatics. Ariel, this is about stepping out in nature. Now I know we can't wander too far away from our homes, however, spend a little bit of time connecting with the earth. Even if, now we've had lovely weather. I'm extremely lucky I have a lake really on my doorstep. But, you know, ground yourselves. Don't spend all your time staying in. And I know some of you as well are addicted to computer games. I'm on about the younger people as well. Make sure you spend a bit of time going outside. It's important that we do keep communication up with our friends and with our loved ones, so we will go, you know, we have to look at this from a, I suppose, a point of view of looking inward. Many of us are using this time to tap inside, you know, and asking ourselves why we keep on repeating mistakes. You know, some of us are taught to stay in relationships no matter what, even if they're miserable. Some of us keep going for the same type of relationship over and over again. Some of us keep, you know, stuck into jobs that we absolutely hate and we don't like. So now it's really the time to kind of look inside and look at what you want to do with the rest of your life. So be strong, be strong. Remember now, the energies are extremely sensitive. I know it's the eve of Beltana, but so we've got the summer coming in tomorrow, but really remember that the energies right now are extremely sensitive. And you're going to be extra sensitive because you're tapping into that, and honour your sensitivity. There's nothing wrong with being oversensitive. It's over-emotional, not oversensitive. Some of us can be over-emotional. However, I think during this time we're learning not to be. We're learning not to be that sensitive, that over-emotional. I do think it is interesting how a lot of us are completely changing during this time, because we have to. We have to look at ourselves, we have to look at our lives and look at people who have influenced our lives up until now. But it's a bad thing to focus on the, you know, the negative things with the betrayal, the bad relationships, the head games, things that have happened in the past. It's just a bad idea to focus on them. You know, if you start thinking about them, you're going to get depressed, you're going to get low. So it's really time to and look at these, to keep your heads clear. Now I had promised to do a YouTube video on a chakra clearing, and I will do that. I just haven't had time yet. So a quick look at these cards. If this is your first time watching me and you do like it, please hit the subscribe button, please, and if you like it, hit the like. Serena, the angel of abundance. So if you're waiting to hear about money, that's happening quite quickly. I know there have been a lot of people waiting to hear about money, so money is coming. There's no point looking too far in the future right now, and there's no point looking back. There's no point looking back at your jobs, past relationships, past anything, because it's gone. Right now, all that matters is right now. How you deal with right now, in your life right now. The future, there's no point looking at it. No point looking at will you go back to work and will your job still be there. Yes, it's a worry. However, you just focus on right now. You can influence the future by how you cope with right now. A couple of these fell out. crystal. Now, this card is actually, she looks like she's got a broken heart, doesn't she? But what it actually means is that you might be feeling stuck right now and that your life doesn't have much, meaning or purpose. But there is light coming at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. She can't see that there's something good coming. Just keep going. Sometimes when bad things happen to us, or we feel stuck, or when we're sitting at home on our own all the time, thinking and thinking and thinking, we begin to go into this world, don't we, where we think, oh, that's it. Never going to be in love again, never going to meet anyone again. And this is it. Or perhaps you're in a bad relationship and you're stuck inside with somebody who isn't, good for you. And you think this is it for life. No, it's not. And I would like to say, for those of you who are watching me, and if you are in bad relationships at home and they can be a little bit violent, reach out now. Don't stay there. Don't stay there. There's an awful lot of news about, domestic violence going on during this time, as if the world isn't hard enough. We don't have to stay in anything, and anything can change. We don't have to stay in a relationship. We don't have to stay on our own. Anything can change. Just for now, we're just standing still, just for now, and it's only temporary. Archangel Uriel, he's the angel that deals with our emotions, our emotional well-being. When something is bothering us, that's the angel that we call. And what I have said to other people, and this is for me as well, it's use this time to heal past hurts. Heal things in your life that have hurt you, that have broken your heart. People who have broken your heart. Remember also that anybody who hurts other people, intentionally or unintentionally, they're hurting themselves. They're hurting themselves, because happy people don't hurt others. I don't think anybody really sets out to be a person who hurts others. It just happens because happy people don't hurt others. So remember that. Remember that when you're thinking about negative relationships and negative experiences. So for this week, you've got to keep strong. You've got to keep you grounded. Don't stay in the house under the covers. Make sure you get out. Have a little plan out of little things you're going to do every day. And although they may not seem like much, they will keep you sane. Don't just sit there, because if you do, you will go under. And if you do go under, it'll be harder to come out there. As well as domestic violence, depression is rampant right now as well. So reach out to those who you may think, need a little bit of a push right now. And remember, spending so much time thinking about negative people, earth signs, you can get angry about something that happened, weeks and weeks and weeks and months ago and years ago even. And then that will build up your emotions. Remember, your emotions create your reality. So it's so important to keep grounded. Stop focusing on past hurts. Isn't it funny that we spend so much time focusing on the bad stuff that happened rather than good things? We always remember the bad stuff, don't we? We remember the relationships ending. But we don't remember the good times we had before the relationships ended. We remember the jobs ending. But we don't remember the fun we had in the jobs. Same with friendships. So it's time, I think, to flip things over. And when we find ourselves thinking about something negative, such as waiting for the COVID-19 test, or do I need a test, or will I have work, or will I get money? Know that if you go into that mindset, you're going to get low, you're going to feel depressed, it's going to drag you down. Learn to switch it off, and it can be done. Get up, go out for a walk. Today is the last day of spring, so even though it doesn't feel like it, summer is here. You're still here. I want you to look at all the things you've already overcome in your life. Be proud of yourself and keep going. Keep going. Each step can change your life. You could just, any day, keep strong. I'm going to head off now, so just for me, God bless, take care of yourselves and your families. And I shall be back next week. Okay, bye.